day, my viewers. I want to thank every one of you for joining me again on my channel, Life Plus. I want to really appreciate all of you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for all your comments and for everyone who is reaching out to me. I want to say thank you very, very much. Thank you for your help and your assistance. Today, I want to share a very powerful spiritual principle, spiritual work that you can do if you find out that you use other spiritual work, spiritual soap, and yet things does not change. You use spiritual items like for favor attraction, for you to receive help, for you to attract money. You just realize that you use them over a period of time and the things are not you are not getting the required result. That means there is a blockage that is very powerful and strong and stopping you from getting the required result from those spiritual work. So you need to do this spiritual soap that I am sharing with you. That spiritual soap will get rid of anything that is making it difficult for you to get result from any spiritual work you apply to you. Actually, this spiritual soap that I'm sharing with you are what I usually give to people first anytime anybody approach me or purchase any spiritual item from me. I first of all make sure any individual that comes to me make use of this spiritual soap first, at least for a period of 3 nights before they even use any other of the product I sent to them. So this is a very powerful spiritual soap that remove anything that make sure that we make you not to get spiritual result, spiritual work, or get result from any spiritual item you use. So it's very simple. These things are very simple. I can tell you, if you make effort, you can get these materials that you need in preparing this powerful spiritual work. Actually, in Yoruba language is called ajegun. Look, it makes sure that spiritual work in your body. It work in your situation. So what are the things you need for this spiritual work? The very first thing you need is you need a chameleon that is already dried. A dried chameleon. A chameleon that it is not roasted. Please, it is not a roasted chameleon, but a dried chameleon. The Yoruba call it oga Gbigbe. A dried chameleon or a dried chameleon. Whatever intonation you apply to it. So you get that, a dried one, a complete one that is dried. If you go to where they sell spiritual product, especially if you are in Nigeria, you will get it. It is not far-fetched. And I'm sure in other climes, especially in Africa, you can get it. So you get a dried one. That's only one. So you need that. The second one you need is you need sulfur. You need it. I have it here. This is it. It looks like this in Nigeria. You don't just need actually this. You need half of this. You cut this into two, and then that is what you need. Just this sulfur. The Yoruba call it imi ojo, imi ojo, imi ojo. So you need that. Then the next item you need is you need the ekpo. You need the ekpo also in your preparation. If you have grinded it, it look like this. It comes in powder form. If you have grinded it, this is it in powder form. Actually, it can make you to sneeze anytime you are grinding it. So you need that. And then you need your soap, whatever soap you have. Is it black, is it Ghana, and is it white soap? Then lastly, you need your Bible and your perfume. You need perfume. You can use Bint El Sudan or the 77 perfume or the St. Michael perfume. Anyone you have, you use it. And you only need, if it is Bint El Sudan, you just need this. This is about 12 ml. This is just 12 ml for Bint El Sudan. If it is the St. Michael or the 77, you need 50 ml. This is very powerful one, so you need either of them. You just need one of those perfume that I've mentioned. So those are the things you need in this preparation. Now, how do you go ahead in preparing this particular very, very potent that can make you to get quick, fast result in other spiritual work you use? The very first thing you need to do is to grind that dried chameleon. You grind it to powder. Because it's dried, it's very easy for you to grind it. You grind it to powder. Then you grind the sulfur, the imiojo, you grind it also to powder. I said you need just half of this. You divide this into two. So you grind it also to powder. Then you grind your epo. If it's not in powder form, you also grind that to powder. And then what you need now to do is that you now need to mix all these items. You mix them together, and you mix them together, and you mix them with your any of those your soap of choice, and you mix them together again. Once you have done that, the next thing you need to do is to add any of those perfume. Is it the Bint El Sudan called Bintu? Some people call it Bintu, or the 777777 perfume, or the Saint Michael. You add everything to it. You add either of those perfume. You add it even to that particular soap. That's the mixing liquid, and you mix it again to even texture. Once you have done that, you empty it into your white packaging container, and then you pick your Bible. And then you now need to chant these 2 chapters of Psalms. You chant them 3 times each. One, you chant Psalm 35 thrice. Then you chant Psalm 91 thrice. So Psalm 35 and Psalm 91. You chant each of these psalms 3 times. And then you pray that from now, anything that is making spiritual items not to work in your life, in your body, in whether it is favor attraction, you break it, you command it to leave, and then you keep the soap for 7 days. And once that is done, you begin to make use of it to take your bath early in the morning. So if you want to apply this soap, especially if you have other spiritual item you want to use, like either favor attraction or for mercy or for money, you use this soap to take your bath for 7 days. Then after the 7 days, you can now start making use of the other soap you have along you. And I can tell you, you will begin to see result in other spiritual item you are using. So I want to thank you very, very much. If you haven't subscribed, I want to encourage you to hit the subscriber button. And then if you also want, you can also hit the notification button so that you can be notified. So I want to thank you very much for listening to this point, and see you some other time. Thank you very much.